Let's look at the Bazi Astrology forecast for 2025 for Meghan and Harry. So come on in, welcome, have a seat, cup of tea. Let's unpack the forecast for these two as we head into the new year of a yin wood snake. It is a very interesting reading for these two. My name is Lydia. This is the Feng Shui and Bazi Chinese Astrology channel. And on this channel, I like to read the charts of famous people because I think it helps us to better understand our own charts and our own lives. If this speaks to you, please subscribe, hit the bell so you don't miss a single video. I'll put the links below. I've also got the 2025 forecast for the rest of the royal family for you. And yeah, let's dig in. Who should we start with? Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. Let's just briefly recap her chart, and I'll put links below not only to the current videos, but the ones I've done in the past. You all seem to really enjoy these. My family is very connected to England. That's where my mother's family and genealogy is from. And my mother always loved looking at the royal family. I think she would have enjoyed these videos and found them really interesting. And Bazi Astrology is a different look at astrology. It is not of the sky. It is of the earth, the 5 elements and 12 Chinese horoscope animals. It has been around for thousands of years, and it's really, really fun to look at how these look. Here, I'll show you. This is Meghan. Okay, so you can see the 4 pillars, and then we have the life pillar, right? And then down below we have your luck site, your luck pillars. Yeah. Because we all go through 10-year luck cycles. So when we look at the onion of all of this, your Bazi astrology that you're born with, that's obviously the most important. But then the luck cycle could come in and change things up. And then the year comes in and can do something else. And then you get into the month, the day, and the hour, which is why date selection for important activities like getting married or signing a contract are so important. And also, just to say, if you're interested in your own Bazi astrology reading or your New Year update, now is the time to do that. In fact, if you get a written chart with me, you'll get a free 2025 forecast with month-by-month predictions. I'll put all those links below. Got lots to share with you today. Okay. Meghan is born August 4th, 1981 at 3:46 in the morning. Her Bazi astrology is that she is a yang wood person, strong, 38%, but it's weak because she has no water. She has nothing nourishing that wood. Her output fire is balanced at 17%. The earth, what she controls, balanced at 16%, and metal, strong at about 30%, but no water. So that would be the element that is most needed. And this is a feisty woman. Wow, I bet she is feisty. So let's look at her current luck cycle. Started in 2022. It is a yang metal rat. And that is exactly the elements that she needs. That's awesome. When you have a luck cycle that brings in the elements that you need, that is a good sign right there. It is a void decade, and so is the next one, which tends to kind of throw some shadow. It makes things a little harder to get done. It requires a little more effort on your part to see things through. This yang metal is really speaking of a time from 2022 to 2032 for her that is very much about being like a lot of shift and change in her career. All right, a lot of shifting and changing in her career. And with that, a lot of judgment, defamation, people being critical of her. And we certainly have seen that. Then it's a yang metal rat. So the rat is interesting because that speaks a lot to government, to politics, her role with the royal family, and how that's all changed. Then it's also about the mother, the role of the mother archetype. So then we look at her 2025, a yin wood snake. This is a year where she rebrands herself, right? This is like, okay, I'm going to come out and I'm going to do whatever it was, those lemon jams or preserves that she's doing. She's getting kind of doing a lifestyle kind of business, I believe. So this is a year for her to rebrand herself. Come out with a new face, new look, all that. You know, whether it's actual looking different or if it's just how she's literally branding herself. But then the snake, Yang Fire snake, is very much speaking about her daughter. It's also about being more being very actively engaged in life and what she's doing. Tucked into the snake is that shake up, shifting going on with her work. It is not an easy path, that her work is going to go through this kind of shake, change, rebranding, all of that, but it's not without the critics. And tucked into that again, there is some surge of money. There is mention of the father and father figures that could also suggest King Charles, but it also could be a hidden health issue. All right. When we look at the snake for Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, what I find is three things. The yin, which is the tiger. The tiger, her day pillar, because her four pillars are year is yin metal rooster, her month is yin wood sheep, her day is yang wood tiger, the tiger is yang wood, and her hour is yang fire tiger. You can tell she's got a balance of yang and yin, but you notice the yang shows up with her day and her marriage and her career and how she cares for her kids. Very strong. All right, so the tiger of her day is harmed by the snake that's coming in 2025. And it harms her wood, which is herself. And again, this speaks of, it would be like somebody being defamed. Somebody, maybe there's litigation against her or something else. The snake also with her year. So now we've got her year and her day are being impacted by the snake, forms a semi-metal trio, which pulls a lot of focus into her career and her marriage. Her day, the year, and her life pillar of the monkey forms a full fire penalty. And the monkey is kind of like this hidden, almost like a hidden enemy. This is coming in and feels like a lawsuit that takes her down. It's like, I wouldn't say bankruptcy, but there's a lot of financial issues involved with this. It can also speak of that hidden illness coming out as that she's sick with something, God forbid. And there is all of that happening, and it feels like not a very good year for Meghan. Yeah. So there seems to be a whole lot of focus right now going into this year around her career. And I think that she's got to really play it safe with how big she tries to fly, right? You know, the old mythology story of Ithacus, who flew too close to the sun and his wax wings melted and he fell. It's kind of like that. I would be very careful in a year like this. I would not recommend somebody rebrand themselves and go out and launch some big new line of products. You're going to meet with lawsuits. You're going to meet with critics and everything else. It's like she's setting herself up for a lot of problems. Okay, Harry, Duke of Sussex, born September 15th, 1984 at 1520. So that's been adjusted for daylight savings. His 4 pillars, he is born Yang Wood Rat Year, the month of Yin Water Rooster, the day of Yang Water Rat, and the hour of Yang Earth Monkey. His current luck cycle also began in 2022 of a Yin Water Ox. All right, so this one is interesting, kind of like Dad. Yes, very much like Dad. Harry is a Yang water person that has 60% of his chart as his own element. And he has a balanced amount of what nourishes him, metal, at 25%. He has hardly any wood, he has no fire, and he has very little earth. So this again is a chart that is a water dominant chart. Yeah. So we look at this relationship that the two of them have is very much about a friendship and a partnership. That's how they both approach their romances. So let's then look at his current luck cycle is really about his marriage and success, acquiring money, property, moving house, and having vibrant health. The ox speaks of his daughter. It speaks of family, work, all of his responsibilities. And then in there also is mention of the royal family, the crown, the government, legal stuff, possibly even his mother in here, influencing his life still, and playing new roles, a new identity, a new brand, right? He's going through all this very big change as he has changed his role with the royal family and taken this radical movement to their life in California. So the yin wood for him speaks that 2025 is a year of change. The actions he's taking will be possibly radical, innovative, creative, lots of change. It also speaks, the snake, the yang fire, speaks of his father. It speaks of possible health stuff going on. It speaks of money surging in from outside resources, not directly flowing in, but from other places. But you add that to his luck cycle, there's money coming in from all directions now. There's mention of how he is of service, and there is some small but notable adjustment to his career. And within that, there is the possibility of some critics or judges in there. But the snake for him is a nobleman's star. So there is this kind of aura, if you will, of protection around him. The snake hits his career and his hour, his children and his work. That fire penalty again speaks of health issues, legal issues. Then the fact that Meghan also has this going on is not a good thing. And where he may be protected, she is not. He also has a semi-metal trio with the rooster. So that is creating added support for him. So again, his outcome may be a lot of shift and change, something going on with his relationship with his dad and how he's of service, the role that he's playing here. There's something that feels like a big change going on into 2025 for him. And it's like he's way more protected than Meghan is. And yeah, she's got a lot more that feels like she could really be in it, because I know that she's already got a some kind of licensing or something lawsuit around the preserves that she put out, the name that she was calling her business. So it's going to be an interesting thing for those two going into next year. It just feels very shaky, especially for her. All right. So that's the end of this read. I am now going to give a reading about Princess of Wales and Prince William of Wales. So let's do that in another video. And I thank you so much for leaving kind, respectful comments. This is the world that we want to build, friends. That's the world we want to build. I give the best that I can, objective readings of astrology. That's it. I'm not forming opinions. That's not anything I'm interested in anyway. I would much rather give you the story of what people's astrology is speaking to me on an intuitive way. So again, thank you for watching, and until next time, be well.